Looks like a lot of people are starting to take notice that the writer for Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania is also writing Avengers: The Kang Dynasty. Did you forget that? I talked about this guy yesterday. I have no idea why this man wrote Ant-Man 3. He has no film experience under his belt. His longest tenure in Hollywood is writing for the Jimmy Kimmel Show. But apparently that's good enough for Marvel. So now you actually have articles. This is from Yahoo Entertainment. They picked it up from Cinema Blend, talking about the fact that they're worried about Avengers: Kang Dynasty now because, well, it's the same damn dude who wrote this pile of poo. Actually, I think that's a bit harsh. I didn't think Quantumania was a complete pile of poo. Not compared to Multiverse of Madness or Thor: Love and Thunder. It's definitely a better movie than those. But it's still not a great movie. It's not a great movie by far. So a lot of people are talking about this. Whoa, now I'm kind of worried about Kang Dynasty. For some pretty good reasons. The last one here actually, I agree with quite a bit. Quantumania didn't take as many big narrative swings as fans expected. One of them should have died in it. That would have maybe, I don't know, raised the stakes of the movie, but neither of them, they just walk away fine. The plethora of Kang variants can become tiresome if not handled correctly. I agree with that, actually, quite a bit. The tone of the Ant-Man 3 was uneven, and that can't be the case for Avengers. It's true. Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania story wasn't as cohesive as it could have been. No shit. This movie has a lot of problems. Problems that Marvel didn't have years ago. Now there's all kinds of problems with the MCU. And the box office reflects it. This movie's box office is done. It is really done this weekend, thanks to Creed 3. I think this movie is going to knock out Ant-Man and the Wasp. The real question I have now is, what are theaters going to do? That Cocaine Bear movie is actually doing okay. And it's really not that much. There's not that much of a difference between that movie's take and Ant-Man 3's take. Do they take the Bear movie off of more screens and keep Ant-Man on more screens? Because here's the problem. Creed 3 is the hot new movie coming out this weekend. It's got reviews up. Audience scores are even up for this movie. It's at 97% for the audience, 88% for critics. I don't know if this is going to change with the audience score. I got to be real. I liked the first two Creed movies. They had a lot of Rocky in it. Well, Sylvester Stallone was in the movies. The second one was actually a fun follow-up to Rocky IV. Now I wonder what happens with this movie because you don't have Sylvester Stallone in it, which I think is a big mistake, but maybe you'll prove me wrong. I probably won't go to the theaters for this movie. I didn't see any of these in the theaters. I will probably, in fact, I guarantee you I will watch it when it comes to Blu-ray. I'll probably just pick it up if I hear good things and watch it then. So my question is, and they ask it in this article, in fact, they guarantee you it's going to happen in this article. They're going to pull Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania off of screens now for this movie. So this movie is going to knock Ant-Man down to number 2. I wonder if it might get knocked down to number 3, at least domestically, because of Cocaine Bear. That's my real question. What an embarrassment that would be if the domestic for that movie overtakes Ant-Man for the third weekend. This is unheard of for a Marvel movie. Usually when a Marvel movie comes out, it dominates the box office for weeks. This is yet another catastrophic failure for Disney, who've just been getting punched in the face over and over again these past couple of weeks. Just been a PR nightmare for that company. So they're expecting this movie to bring in 38 to 40 million. Not sure how much this movie costs to make. I can't imagine a boxing movie having a massive budget. So here's the thing right here. Let me get to this. The pic follows Jordan's character as he comes out of retirement to face off with an old friend played by Jonathan Majors, who, by the way, is also in Quantumania. Oh, yeah, here we go. So Creed 3, which was filmed with IMAX digital cameras, will bump Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania off of many premium screens, including IMAX locations. Now, here's the thing about that. Most theaters, they're not all IMAX. They might have 1 or 2 IMAX screens. Let's be honest, those screens, if you've ever seen a real one, are massive. So if it's a real IMAX, because some places don't have a real IMAX screen, they just have a bigger one and they call it IMAX, and it still looks better than a normal screen. But it's not a real IMAX screen. Most theaters only have 1, maybe 2 of a screen like that. And those IMAX screenings, that's where those big ticket prices are coming. Those big expensive tickets, which is what's helping this movie get that box office that it had. It depends on those extra, more expensive experience for the seats to really bring in that heavier box office. And now those primo screens are going to Creed 3. That's not good for Disney. Oh, also, this Demon Slayer, I think this is actually just the first 2 episodes of the is this an actual movie, or is it just the first 2 or 3 episodes of the upcoming season for the Swordsman Village arc? Can someone explain that to me in the comments? So I hear conflicting things. So, yeah, this is bad. Don't forget, like they even say in here, the high-profile genre pick Cocaine Bear is also still there. So, and they even say holdovers to watch include Quantumania and that movie, the Bear movie. So, it's for sure going to happen. Ant-Man is off of the top spot this weekend. Creed's going to beat it just on the fact that it's taking over all those primo tickets. So, all the primo theaters that have, those D-box experience, all these those gimmicks that they have for these extra primo ticket prices, they're going to Creed 3. You might have a couple of them still given to Ant-Man, but for the most part, you're gonna be giving that money to Creed 3. So this movie, in its hopes, this Ant-Man's gonna lose money. It's going to lose money. That movie needs to make $800 million, $700 million, maybe even, to be a hit. And as of right now, it's not even at 400 million worldwide, if we can even trust Box Office Mojo's numbers. A lot of people saying this movie needs to make, and I'm being generous with this number, 700 million. Creed 3 already knocking this down to the number 2 spot. This movie's going to limp the rest of the way. Does this movie have legs? I don't think it has legs. I don't think this movie has legs. So you're looking at a huge loss with this movie. Huge loss. This could be one of the biggest losses for Disney when it comes to an MCU movie yet. It's bad. Anyway, let me know what you guys think about this. Are you going to see Creed 3? You going to see Demon Slayer? What are you going to see this weekend? Let me know in the comments below. Also, if you would, please like, subscribe, share the video. Make sure you're still subscribed. Hit that notification bell. Check out my Rumble and Locals, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace. Make sure to check out my Locals. There's a link in the description. It's a fun community that I'm trying to build over here. If you don't want to support me on YouTube, you can come over here. None of that money goes to YouTube. You also can just come over here for free. But if you are a supporter over here, I do plan on doing an extra live stream once a month and throwing links to the supporters so you can actually come on and have a supporter live stream with me. Also, it's a good place to catch all of my content. You don't have to worry about notifications like YouTube. They'll definitely work over here. So come check out my locals.